This is a story called A Blob on the Bridge. A blob? Well, let's go to the bridge first. This is the bridge in question. This is the bridge. What about the blob? What's a blob? Do you know this film? It's this big amorphous mass, changes its form and oozes through the streets, sucking up people and cars and objects and cows or anything as it goes. Have you seen it? It's not very scary anymore. A blob can just be a blob of ink, like that. There's a blob of ink on the bridge. Does anybody know how this blob of ink got there? Well, I'll tell you. It was me that put it there. I put this blob on the bridge because I wanted to cover up the main character of our story. What do you think, or who do you think is behind the blob? Cat. A dog. Dog. Cat. A dog. Bear. Bear. Bear? Would be a bear? Okay, I'm going to tell you the story of the blob on the bridge. You have to give the blob a name. Could you give the blob a name? Bob! Bob the Blob. It's a good name for a blob, isn't it? Right, just before we do that, I have 12 pieces of language on this paper. 12 phrases. 12 phrases that feature in this story, okay? I'm going to give them to you. And the first one is 3 words, at the scene. At the scene. Now, who would like to be the guardian of that phrase? At the scene. Who would like to keep it? Good choice. Let me hear it.
At the scene.
Excellent. Everybody.
At the scene.
That's number 1. Number 2 is into the net. Who would like into the net? Into the net. Good choice. Well done. To the lady at the front. Okay. Number 3. The fright of his life. The fright of his life.
The fright of his life.
The fright of his life.
The fright of his life.
Who would like the fright of his life? That's a dangerous one. To fall asleep. Who would like to fall asleep? On his way. So the next one is to catch a ledge. Off the ledge. Minding his own business. Set free. Fast asleep. Positioned under the bridge. And the last one, over the side of the bridge. Now put up your hands if you're the proud owner of a phrase. What's yours?
To catch a ledge.
Positions under the bridge. Over the side of the bridge. Minding his own business.
Into the net.
The fright of his life.
Fast asleep. Set free.
Off the ledge.
At the scene.
To fall asleep.
Would you like to hear the story? Okay, well this is what we call a storytelling gap fill. I'm going to provide the text, you're going to provide the gap fills, okay? When I stop, I want you to fill the gaps and feel free to shout out the missing language. And you know what missing language is, don't you? It's the phrases. Are you ready?
Yeah.
One day, Bob the Blob was walking across a bridge in the Sierra Nevada mountains in California.
Minding his own business.
One day, Bob the Blob was walking across a bridge in the Sierra Nevada mountain range in California.
Minding his own business.
So there's suddenly, from out of nowhere, a speeding car gave Bob
The fright of his life.
Suddenly a speeding car gave Bob the fright of his life. Bob was How do you think he felt? Terrified, absolutely terrified. He was so terrified he made a very bad decision. We don't really know why, but for some reason he jumped over the side of the bridge. Everybody.
Over the side of the bridge.
Again.
Over the side of the bridge.
Now somehow, don't know how this happened, it's a bit like an action movie here. Somehow, Bob managed
To catch
Can you imagine? So there's Bob on the ledge, and news of Bob started to spread, eventually reached the authorities. And when they arrived,
at the scene.
when they arrived at the scene, what did they find? They saw Bob. Yes, they found Bob fast asleep. It was getting dark, so they all went home. But they came back the next day, early in the morning, with a net, big net, which they positioned under the bridge. Now I've got some bad news for you. You ready for this? They shot Bob with a tranquilizer gun. And they waited for him to fall asleep. And then they used a big pole to push groggy Bob. Oh, before that. And, yes, again.
Off the ledge and into the net.
Off the ledge and into the net. Again.
Off the ledge and into the net. Off the ledge and into the net.
Now Bob was lowered to the ground and set free. And as he went on his way, he thought to himself, my wife is never going to believe this. And that's the end of the story. Did you like it? And that's a storytelling gap fill. And that's one way of turning a teacher-led storytelling into not just an interactive experience for the students, but also, I hope, a language learning opportunity. The next stage is for students to be given a copy of my teacher's notes. And here they are. Now I needed these were very important for me. This is what I started with when I gave you the phrases. And you notice that they're in the right order, aren't they? Did I give them to you in the correct order? No, of course not. So why are there boxes here? Yeah. So I can tick them off when I give them to you in a random order. You see my boxes here being ticked. You see? And this is my, in Spanish we have a word chuleta, which in English doesn't really translate. It would be a cheat sheet. Students get a copy of this, and then what do they do? They have to reconstruct the text themselves from the very beginning, and they have to attempt to reconstruct the text from the very beginning to the very end, and they can do it in their own words, but they have to use all 12 of these phrases in this order exactly as they are. Does that make sense? Yeah. Any questions? Oh, somebody asked that. I was waiting for you all to say who was Bob.